Okay. Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk about the EFF, the Economic Freedom Fighters, and obviously I had to restart the stream. Let me just hear my voice. I'm going to talk about. Okay, I can hear myself. So I'm remaking this stream because I kept bumbling my words in the previous stream, so I want to restart from the top to keep you up to speed. So I did private the previous video because it's just too much of a mess. So this time I'm going to be trying my best to speak very, very carefully. Okay, first things first, I would like to say, I hope you're all having a wonderful Friday. Uh, because honestly, it is Friday. I'm surprised. Friday came so quickly, you know. So we're gonna be talking about Julius Malema, the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, a communist political group. We have quite a bit of commies across this country, but this party in particular is a very racist party, you know. So basically, it was yesterday in court and AfriForum was basically taking him to court because of hate speech and stuff like that, I guess. So I'm not really paying attention to the full court thing, but yesterday was very big because uh, Juju entered the stand and obviously they were asking him questions. Now, the craziest thing is that, you know, him and many communists across the world, not every communist. I'm not talking about the old commies. The old commies, something about them was very different. You know, like commies, like what's his name, um, Dankula. You know, something about them is different. You know, it's like they're the old school communists. You know, and yes, there is such thing as old school communists, old school Marxists, old school socialists. I say this because there is such a thing like that. The current age of politics, it's filled with identity politics. Even communism has been infected with identity politics. Even communism, okay? Even communism has been infected with such a thing like that. It's so sad, honestly. Like, I don't even like communism. I hate communism. And even that has been infected with identity politics. And obviously, with identity politics um, and communism, you're gonna get two negatives. And I don't even think two negatives can make a positive because it's gonna end up in shambles, you know. Um, so, anyways, I would like to say that the EFF has been spouting a lot of stuff against whites for some time. And here's the thing I want to make clear: they're not talking jokes or whatever. They are literally singing a song about killing the Boer, killing the Afrikaner farmers and stuff like that. You know, they sing songs like this. I wish I can show you it on the video, but my OBS does not really record so well on the screen. It does glitch a bit, so I'm sorry about that. Also, I'm sorry about my voice if it doesn't sound so cute. I never warmed it up today. Okay, so I want to make this very clear that, you know, Juju, as people like to call him, Juju, um, the guy will say a lot of crazy things. And the political party, the EFF, Economic Freedom Fighters, they are a party known for a lot of controversies. And the controversies, such as destroying a store called Clicks across the entire nation. Well, not every single store was destroyed, but they did target these stores over a racist ad. Now, the people who made the ad and the store Clicks did apologize, but of course, that wasn't enough. They had to go certain places in the country and destroy some of those certain stores. It was kind of crazy, actually. That happened 2 years ago, back in 2020. Then we had the Brackenfell drama about basically them going to certain neighborhoods and protesting a school because there was a private party with some students, and in that private party, no black students were invited, so that became a problem, I guess, and they had to protest the school. and then and parents and neighbor and regular neighbors, I guess, uh, just people of Brackenfell, I guess, were attacking the EFF. You know, they defended themselves against the EFF, and it was a crazy thing to see. This was just 2 years ago, and honestly, how did this even happen? I can't, I just can't, honestly. You know, um, it's crazy because last year the EFF, I don't even remember if they were helping people during the riots. You know, you remember the time when we had the riots? South Africa had their own riots, but instead of BLM, it was the Zuma riots. Hold on, let me charge this thing before it goes off. My laptop does have a decency of going off. My laptop does have a problem. It always likes to go off, so. Alright. Have a decency of going off. My laptop does have a problem. It always likes to go off, so. Okay, that's good. I can hear myself. Alright, I look like a dead horse, but I'm sorry about that. Uh, sometimes wearing this bra is very tricky. My laptop does have a problem. Oh my goodness. It always likes to go off, so. Thank you. Okay, that's good. Alright, so the one thing I have a problem with is the way mainstream media barely reports on him. And here's the thing. Across the world, mainstream media won't even report on him. Obviously, we know they are biased. You know, if the roles were reversed, you know, if Julius Malema was, let's just say, white, and he said that about blacks, you know for a fact, that mainstream media across the world would be talking about this. But no, they don't talk about when it's black on white racism. They talk about it when it's white and black, and I'm glad they call it out. But they are very hypocritical. They like to just skip the black on white racism and let it simmer in the pot. Basically, they don't want to address it. They don't want to address the racism. You know, they don't want to address it whatsoever. But hey, it's all whitey's fault. I blame the whites. They say, blame the whites. Apartheid ended 28 years ago. I know it's a lot. Is it 28 or 29? I can't remember now, honestly. But I know it's not that long. But we have achieved a lot as a nation, a rainbow nation. Why do we want to go back? It's crazy to see that there are like these woke people, these anti-racist people in the West. It's crazy to see them how they want to bring back segregation. Look around, watch those videos of these Gen Z people, my generation, obviously. Watch what they say, watch what they spout. They spout about having safe spaces, in other words, segregation. Watch what they say about, having safe spaces for XYZ groups, and how it's okay to say racist stuff about white people. Like, watch those stuff. Watch those videos. You'll see plenty of these, these so-called activists, these equality activists attacking those for having different skin tone and wanting segregation back. So messed up. Back in the day, segregation used to be seen as a bad thing. It is a bad thing, obviously, we know that. But some people think it's a good thing. Some people think it's a good thing. Oh my goodness. And it's crazy because my generation, Gen Z, not all of us, but many of us, we will bring back segregation, get power. Not me, obviously, but the other Gen Z people out there, they are so radicalized by race. They will obviously segregate based on race in the future when they get power. So don't be surprised when that happens, because it is going to happen. There are a bunch of racists, unfortunately, and what are we going to do, I mean, these are the same people who want to push segregation. They hate racist jokes. They always say, stop telling racist jokes. Stop making fun. Stop having racist jokes. Comedians must stop making fun of race. Okay. And then they segregate based on race. It's so insane. These people are messed up in the head. And then What? They'll bring back segregation. Oh, in the name of safe space. Same thing. Safe space, segregation. Same thing. And it's hard to tell people this, especially the the younger generation who is more radical than the millennials. Millennials are weak-minded. Yes, not all of them, some of them, but obviously not all. But it's like the social justice ones. Yes, they're weak-minded, but when it comes to the Gen Z version, holy moly, are we weak-minded? Are we full with hate? Are we stupid? And it's kind of crazy how it's like I get it, the millennials, people always blame the millennials, but I'm not saying the millennials do crazy shit as much as they used to back in the day. It's now the Gen Z who's rising up and becoming more impatient, more painful, more stupid, and more radicalized. It's them who's growing up to be like this, and they're gonna push crazy things when they get into office and stuff like that. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Gen Z is the most radicalized generation ever. Not everyone, obviously, but most of them, and it's insane. You know, I have to grow up raising my children in a world where uh, Gen Z rules, and it's gonna be so painful. It is gonna be so painful. The race things they're gonna push, the hatred they're gonna push, all of the most evil, spiteful things they push. It is gonna be painful. It's gonna be so painful. Okay, Gen Z is gonna bring back all of these segregation stuff. It's so messed up, honestly. And the same people who are pushing that stuff are the SJWs, the so-called anti-racists, the so-called what the equality activists. They are the ones who bring it back. Okay, I'm just pissed off, honestly. I'm just pissed off. It's scary because it's true. You know for a fact these people, these SJWs, Gen Z version, they have enough strength and willpower to bring back segregation. So don't be surprised when they do that. Don't be surprised because they can do that. Obviously, as I said, not everyone, just most of them. Most Gen Z are radicalized, and many of them are going to become this intersectionality communist stuff, which is sad, which is kind of crazy enough as it is, because you're gonna have communism, but at the same time have intersectionality, and both of them aren't gonna mix well. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna be a bloody painful thing to see. I don't want to see people suffer. I don't want to see people suffer. I hate when I see myself suffer. I don't want to see anyone else suffer. I hate that so much. And the fact that they don't care, most of Gen Z don't care. They'll push their radical ideas on everyone for the sake of lols, for the sake of laughing out loud, for the sake of for the sake of everyone is equal, stuff like that. It's so messed up. It's so messed up. They are modern day colonialists. Let's be real for a second. Okay, enough about that. Let's have some laughs. Let's have some happy, schlappy laughs. But first, I want to see some Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. I want to see some Lord of the Rings stuff because why not? Maybe I should write a book. Maybe one political book that's about how Gen Z is going to destroy the world. Uh, I doubt the generation after Gen Z and a couple generations after that will even be filled with a lot of humans, because Gen Z is not going to breed as much. Just understand that. Gen Z is not going to breed as much, okay? Only a couple of us will, but the rest won't, you know? There's going to be a lot of cults. Growing up as a Gen Z person, I'm going to be seeing a lot of cults. I'm going to be seeing a lot of crazy things happening. I'm going to be seeing a lot of people become transgender. I'm going to be seeing a lot of transgender Gen Z people. I'm going to be seeing so much of trannies in Gen Z. It's going to be a painful generation. That's for sure, you know. But anyways, I just want to say that the EFF, the one thing I've noticed about the leader of the EFF, Julius Malema, the one thing I've noticed about him, and some of the other members, not all of them, but just some of them, They just love using the white man stuff. They hate the white man so much, but they wear his clothes. They drive his car. You know what I'm talking about? The white man built all these things, and they use these things. They use these clothing, Gucci, and all the other type of stuff. Like, wasn't these things created by? Wait, let me check. Gucci creator. Let me just see who created Gucci. I want to see. I remember hearing it was a white man long ago, but was that Louis Vuitton? I don't know. Gucci. Um, show me the image. I can't see the image. Is this him? Is this the guy? This guy created Gucci, right? No, did he? I don't know. There's just so much of Gucci stuff everywhere. I don't know. Maybe it's him. Maybe. It's very ironic that the same so-called anti-white people, they love the white man stuff. They love the white man stuff. Fashion designer. Yep, he's a founder of Gucci. Yes, this man over here, Gucci. Yeah. Oh, uh, the commies, the intersectional commies, they love the white man stuff, but they hate the white man. It's very funny. Oh, it's very funny. It's very funny. Anyways, uh, let's see what's going on over here with laughter rhymes. Give me a couple of seconds. I need to drink some water. All right then. Ah, my throat is so bad. Okay. All right then. So, what did I click? Uh-oh. Don't see that. That's a surprise. That's a surprise for another day. Okay. Okay. Lord of the Rings woke fans divided. Now I want to see like the actual news from other sources, not really a right wing source. I want to see the other sources. Okay, so we have New York Post, IGN, Bounding into Comics. You know what? Let's just check Bounding into Comics. Let's check it. Let's check it. Let's check it. I know I look like some tough person, but no, I'm not that tough. My shoulders. Here's the thing about being trans. Your shoulders can't change. It can't change shape. I don't think it can. I don't think it can. You know? So it's gonna be a bit more broader. It's gonna be a bit more bigger. So, yeah, I can't really change that. So, let's just check the recent. Let's just check anything recent. I did hear that Amazon has no full rights over the Silmarillion. So basically, what they're basing the off, and it's kind of crazy. It's like, so what are they even doing? Marvel comic artist Bill Sienkiewicz, I'm sorry, not happy with forced corporate diversity changes. Hey, this guy. Okay, so basically this guy commenting about this. Um, what? He has white blindness. Who is this guy? Godzilla actor. Never heard of him. I never heard of him. Which Godzilla? The 19 something movie or the recent ones? Did y'all watch the 1998 movie or 97 movie? That movie was okay. Movie was okay. I know a lot of people hate it, but I love the Godzilla type in that movie. You know, I'm not a big Godzilla fan, but honestly, that Godzilla looked so creepy. Actor Bryan Cranston, known for playing Walter White in Breaking Bad. Oh, that guy. I never watched Breaking Bad. A lot of people talk about that. And Joe Brody in Godzilla. Don't know. I don't know. I don't know who he is, unfortunately. Okay, so he plays this character. Don't know. Okay, here we go. We need hate speech has no place in our society. But what is hate speech? Who decides what is hate speech? You know, as I was talking about hate speech earlier, Julius Malema was singing songs about killing white people and Afrikaner farmers. Um, that's hate speech, but you know, who decides what is hate speech? You know, who decides what is hate speech? Almost everyone is a soy boy. This was like a month earlier. Mm. People like this, eh? Am I right? Marvel comics artists. There's so much of comics artists everywhere. So obviously, I don't know everyone. So let's check it out. Okay. I love this image. I love this image. It was just a couple of seconds in the trailer, and I just love how people just took the frick out of this image. You know. Okay. Bull, known for his work in New Mutants and Moon Knight. Okay. Okay. So basically, there was this token scholar who said something about um who said something about um who said something about making Lord of the Rings modernized. It has to match the modern age, the current times of our time, and it's like really, really, come on, okay, okay. So ElfQuest creator Wendy Pinney, I don't know who she is as well, on Facebook to detail a conversation she had with Bull regarding the upcoming Rings of Power series. Today, my friend and colleague, t- the illustrious Bull, paid me a dazzling compliment in a thread devoted to some interesting debate about upcoming new Lord of the Rings series. Here is a pertinent excerpt from his comments. So basically, So this is what Bill said. I understand that so many young women and POCs want to see themselves represented in entertainment, but I honestly feel that what I would love to see in the series GB written, that what I can't read. Sorry, what does GB mean? Stories. What I would love to see is stories GB written that do that from the ground up. No, I don't know. Not retrofitting and reimagining something to suit the current political climate. It's like saying all the pine should really be oak. Fuck pine. Bull continued, despite strengths and failings, things are what they are. Make something new. I think what creators like Wendy Penny did with ElfQuest, she created from whole cloth a world. Sometimes people speak differently. Hey, I can't understand if maybe it's my reading, but several worlds full of amazing characters that are entirely us, entirely generous. I can't even read. Okay, she didn't rewrite a pre-existing story from some old white guy. She's brilliant. Okay, basically that's what he was saying. Then Penny then responded with, "Bill, thank you so much for the very high compliment. What's interesting is ElfQuest does make it. If ElfQuest does, okay, if ElfQuest does make it to film or TV someday, in this political climate, it will be assumed that we have dark skin hells because we are following the current trend toward representation and inclusivity. But back in the mid 70s, you want to know why I created a tribe of dark skin hells? For the beauty. Prior to starting my career in the independent comics movement, I had been in a semi-professional belly dancer. I saw beauties, male and female, of every exotic hue. At my hardest, I revealed how the radiant colors. Okay, basically belly dancing. I don't know that much about belly dancing. Penny elaborated. I used to design dance costumes for my own belly dancing teacher who had a distinct Middle Eastern flair. That's what I needed elves of color because artistically I couldn't do without them. E-Response concluded, truly, I wish that there was a reason for inclusivity now. I wish all humanity could just see the beauty. As I know you do, Bill. Her response. That was a mistake. Okay, so basically they were just talking about stuff. Why did I read that so much? I could have just read it somewhere else and summed it up. This is a long This is a long article. This is what I like about bounding into comics. They give you a lot of details. It continued that the comics show us how, okay, didn't choose the so-called Comicsgate uh, contingent to promote hateful, misogynic, and plain old ugly dogma. No, these gators, you brought the ugliness all by yourselves. Now, Comicsgate, Gamergate, and all this stuff, I don't know that type of stuff, because during the time when that was happening, I wasn't really on YouTube. Like, the only time I would actually watch YouTube is when my sister would show us YouTube videos of Wheezy Waiter. That's literally it. We would not really have the I would say skills to go on YouTube. We did not go on YouTube. Fun fact: my brother and I was on a YouTube video that my sister took long ago, back in 2012. So we were technically part of YouTube even back then. I'm just saying. But anyways, we didn't know how to use YouTube, so we would not use it. And even so, if I ever used the internet, I would only search for Naruto pictures. I would not even give a crap about what's happening. I had no idea what the hell existed back then. I had no idea there was such a thing as a group like this. Comicsgate, Gamergate. That thing came up around 2013, 2014. You know. Uh, okay, so we have a lot of like pictures um of his comics, I guess. Okay, let me read the comments. Let's see what people are saying. Okay, so look, it's interesting to see what people say. I'm glad there's a comment section with the likes and dislikes. Because on YouTube you can't even see that, so you can't even see it anyways. Oh no, oh no, Western localizes. Oh, something's happening. Something happened. This is so embarrassing. Western localizes. What have you done now? If you don't know, there's been an issue with the localizers when it comes to anime and video games. They always like to shove their own modern politics in it. Not every single localizer, but some of them. They like to shove their politics inside um inside the other shows. They're basically supposed to translate it, but no, they don't do that. They shove their own politics into it. You're supposed to be just translating it. That's it. Your job is not to dictate how the story should be, because that's what the creator intended. You are not the creator, you are just the translator. Do your job right and you'll get your money. Simple as that. Okay. Western localizers upsets River City Girl Zero offers option for more little translation. Claims their work is being. Wait. Western localizers upset River City Girl Zero offers option for more literal translation. Claims their work is being disrespected. That name is kind of cool, you know. um. Wow. I gotta keep wearing these glasses, and yes, it broke. It broke. Okay, it broke. I have one more. Uh, for my ears. It was just like 3 months in, and it broke. How embarrassing. All right then. A video game. A number of Western video game localizers have taken issue with River City Girl Zero's inclusion of a more literal English translation, alongside one which makes more creative liberties, claiming that there's such an option to disrespect their work. You're translating stuff. You're not really adding your own stuff, because uh, yeah, look, upon this revelation, a number of Western localizers whose industry is currently known for providing translations which overwrite the author's original intent to inject personal opinions and politics proceed to cry foul, claiming that their work was being disrespected. And here's the thing: you're supposed to translate it from one language to the other, regardless of what the language is. The terms are offensive or not. That's your job to make sure it fits perfectly. But it seems like localizers just don't get that, I guess. Now, not every localizer, but just some of them. Just some of them. It's like kind of sad, actually. Oh, great. I want to see a list of all these games supposedly infected by the translator's personal politics epidemic. Not just in video games now, but um in some anime as well. They kind of shove their own politics in it as well. Also, one major thing I want to point out, there was a game translated a couple months ago, and they called eating curry cultural appropriation. The Western translators called it that. Yes, they did. The original Japanese, text was different. It was questioning if it's part of their culture or not. But what the West calls it, cultural appropriation. They don't even put it word for word. They just change it all together to fit their freaking political terms. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, anyways, going back to this guy's tweet, for as much as I hear alt right gamers, who are the alt right gamers? Who? Who? Are they the people that disagree with you? Drop this accusation. I've literally seen it in person. Uh, these people. Hi, hi, hi. Ish, huh? Okay. So they are actually admitting that there's censored translation altering the personalities of the characters to the fake ones in River City Girls game. I'm very surprised that the literal one is even an option, and the meltdown of the SJW activists is glorious. I wonder if the origin of the real translation is from the Japanese translators rather than people forward hired. You know? Uh, this is so crazy, honestly. This has been going for some time. The SJW translators take over. Uh, okay, that's kind of crazy, honestly. Direct translations give people a chance to avoid our propaganda. Good. That's how it's supposed to be. Japanese media is an American media. Hey, I agree with that. I agree with that. The the American mindset, not everyone obviously, but many of them who work in the translating business, they feel like it's their moral duty to fit it for modern day politics. Okay, it's sad. It really is sad. And people were doing this for years, censoring stuff to fit their modern day climate. I don't like it. Keep the work original as the creator intended. Um. Okay, let's keep on reading. Okay, so Seth Rogen has another franchise to destroy. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay, yes, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm not really a big fan of it. I've heard of it. I remember watching a movie long ago when I was a kid, a really old movie. Um, Reveal series of films focus on the villains. So it's not going to be about the heroes, it's going to be about the villains. I don't mind making something to give backstory about the villains, but I just want to ask, how does Seth Rogen get his hands on all of these things? How does he get his hands on all of these like franchises and stuff? How does he get his hands on these things? That's the thing I want to know. How does he get his hands on the type of stuff like this? Because honestly, that's crazy. Honestly, like just a couple months ago, he had what Santa Inc. That was a brand new show, by the way. Which, I'll give them a point for making something new, regardless how hideous it was. Um, I'll give them a point. I'll give them a point. I'll give them a point for at least trying something new. DC Comics announces new Crisis events with Dark Crisis following the death of the Justice League. If you don't know, they are killing off the Justice League, and this time they're not bringing them back. Oh, oh. Does it matter? Does it matter? You know something I really dislike about the DC universe is there's so much of this freaking multiverse stuff. Of it. I'm tired of it. Okay. I'm tired of the multiverse stuff because basically what the multiverse is you get the same Earth but different versions of it. Let me draw something for you and show you. Basically, you have your original Earth. Sorry about the terrible drawings, but basically you get your original Earth. You get your original Earth, and then you get a parallel version of that where Superman could be a bisexual woman, and then you get a different version where Superman is a pansexual woman. Obviously, I'm using my own examples, but basically the same versions of Earth. Okay, same Earth, but different alternate versions of characters. Basically, it's so messed up because it's like it's so confusing. I get writing confusing stories is okay, But when you do this all the time, you leave so much of pathways open for people to keep changing canon over and over. You confuse people. I don't like that. I guess I'm one of the only few who does not like the multiverse type of stuff. Maybe I don't like it. Maybe I'm the only one who does not like it. um, oh, let's have a Earth where Superman is bisexual. uh, so basically, they're gonna kill him off. They're gonna kill off the Justice League to celebrate the death of Superman anniversary. I know. It's about legacy. They spelled pandering funny. Yep, they did. I'm tired. I am tired. Um, I'm tired of the DC going this way of having billions of Earth. I don't care. I don't care. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it already. It's so annoying. Okay. They have a lot of people to write whatever the fuck they want and kind of rework different stories. I don't like that. I really don't. My voice is going away. I sound like an old woman. Okay. Let's see more articles. Let's see more articles. I am very annoyed. I am very annoyed on what's going on. Like, let's kill off the Justice League. Yeah, what is that gonna do? Your good characters, you want them to die forever. The best characters of DC, you want them to die forever. J.R.R. Tolkien torched a Lord of the Rings film treatment for being treated carelessly, recklessly, and showing no evident signs of any appreciation. Okay, Sony censors another game. Okay. I'm tired of all this stuff, to be fair. I'm very tired of it. So, before I end this video, I just want to say that, hey, I need to drink some water. I'm very thirsty. Alright then, I am here. Back again. My glasses on. Okay. So, where was I? Okay, I'm gonna end it right over here because I guess this Friday was full of annoying stuff, you know? Filled with so much of complaints. A lot of people are basically a lot of people are defending Lord of the Rings, a lot of people are not defending Lord of the Rings. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Anyways, it's almost 25 to, and I have to basically get ready for I don't know what, but I'll get ready. Have a good day. Bye bye. This time I'll leave the stream open, so